some lovely stepping here.
Excellent break from the centre.
Beautiful, beautiful try.
And he's 8 for away. What a try.
We're in Krugersdorp as two of the strongest rugby sides in the north of the country. Hoërskool Monument take on Waterkloof. Hoërskool Monument, the home team. There is a great vibe and atmosphere in the crowd. Dusty, it's a bit confusing weather conditions. It's been very cold, very hot, sprinkles of rain, and however, most importantly, not too much of a wind, which shouldn't interfere too much with the play. The Waterkloof Monument is what the school takes its name after. It was founded almost 100 years ago, and it is 97 years old and has a lot of notable alumni, not only in rugby, but actually the current Miss South Africa, Ade van Heerden, is also a Monument former pupil. It's co-educational, 2,000 learners, and the smell of boerewors is drifting through the air. So Waterkloof have good wings, particularly Katlani and Wagner. Trollop is a pretty handy fly half, and the forwards are particularly where you want to look for. Eckhard Bossel, he's been putting his hand up this season, and number 3, John Corey, he gets his first start of the 2018. Nice moment for that young man. Lauraghan, the fullback for Hoërskool Monument, really silky skills. I want you to have a look out for him. Henko van Wyk, the 13, really good. Wentink, very handy, but the forwards, Esterhazen and Skutte in particular, Stefan Leroux and Mornay Brandon, the captain, someone I suspect we may see playing professionally in the future, and also Tristan de la Sia, who is injured, will be coming off the bench as these two young ladies enjoy themselves, and the schools have got themselves out, traveled 64 kilometers, have Waterkloof, and I'm joined in the booth by a very interesting, well-traveled man, my friend Wim Visser. How good is it to be here today?
Anton, thank you so much. Welcome everyone here. It's fantastic as always. Premier Interschools features the highest profile and most traditional schoolboy rugby rivalries. Schoolboy rugby has served as one of the cornerstones of domestic rugby, dating back almost over a century. And what Premier Interschools does, it stands true to its slogan. It honors tradition, history and heritage, and both these schools are littered with the latter.
And now you can hear the crowd really get going for Monas. They're going to be led out by their captain. He was South African schools last year and went to the World Athletics Championships and came 3rd for discus, and they tell me he runs like a winner. And wow, look at that, a bull runs out first. They are called Die Wit Bulle, playing against opposition from Victoria, their home team, of course, Die Blue Bulle. And there's smoke being blown throughout the stadium, and the town of Krugersdorp, fairly small, and a lot of its members meeting today. Wim, so both these teams have played some tough opposition. Monas historically have won and also have had a better season, you know, but considering how hard the opposition is at Waterkloof have come up against, I mean, do you think that's influencing them too much, and what would you say about that?
Monas were unbeaten until the end of April. Then they went to the Waterkloof. They lost against the two big guns, Paul Jim and Grey College. But they've had a decent season. They've played 12, won 9, and only drawn once. Waterkloof, on the other hand, they've had a tough 2018 campaign. They've played 8, only won 2. They've lost 6. The big thing about Waterkloof is the points they've conceded, 336 games, an average of 42. So that defensively, they've been found wanting in a lot of their fixtures. Monas, the Wit Bulle, the White Bulls, quality side. There might be just a little bit too much firepower for this Waterkloof side today. But let me tell you one thing, in Premier Interschools, when it's based on heritage, tradition, honouring who played for your school, anything can happen.
Monas captain ready? White.
Wim Visser telling
ready?
the truth, speaking as it is. These derbies and these big clashes really can bring about unusual results. As Dean Lauraghan, number 15, we told you to look out for, begins this match. And Die Wit Bulle, Monas playing from right to left at home. Brandon, the captain, immediately making his presence felt. Oh, space opening up. Uester.
Stripped in the tackle, play on.
Ball's gone backwards. Little juggle, but well held by the lock. Trollop fires it out. Oh, and it's come off her hand. Not what Jandre Uester would have wanted.
White captain, got an option. Scrum line out. Scrum.
Well, immediately, they like to put it
Scrum
through
down.
the phases to Waterkloof. Unfortunately, not finding the hand, knocking the ball on into touch. And the referee giving Monas the option. You either could have the line out or the scrum. Monas have
Okay,
opted
that's
for the scrum. They mean business.
Both front rows.
They start up front in the engine room.
We had
Let's
a
see what
chat
happens
before
at
the
this
game
first
about
scrum,
space.
Anton.
Let's work together, okay? Come forward a bit. Crouch! Bind! Sit! 9 white, 9.
Zion Kutsia, feisty player, played academy week. Cut out pass. Oh, space opening up immediately. Now, Ladegan came backward off his hands.
Play on, win back.
Barnard.
Leave it, Blue, leave it!
Free. Call him Buckies because of his physical nature. Now, Van Wyk over the top. Ladegan looking at his options. Palms it inside to Skeepers.
Get out, Blue!
Few meters out. Taken off the back. Big moment on defense for Waterkloof. Contact taken. Esterhazen, very good ball carrier. Now flung out.
Play on!
Play continues.
From a blue
Wenting.
player.
Quick hands. Oberholzer. Good resolve by the travelling side.
Holding.
Well, that is what you call, we like to talk about it, a micro battle won by Waterkloof. Monas prominent in attack, taking it through the phases. Ball retention was good, but at the breakdown points, Waterkloof getting hands onto ball. An outstanding play defensively. They were up to the task.
up.
Immediately in
You're
a
front.
position of strength.
Your
It looks like
responsibility
it's
is
their
stay
number
in the
8. He's a hard
Keep your line
worker
open.
in the form of
Same goes
Vickers
for you. You're
Lindeke.
in front. Your responsibility. Stay in the 5 and keep your line open.
Well, Van der Berg for Waterkloof is 2 meters, over 2 meters, as is Stefan Leroux for Monas. So I really look forward to seeing this battle. And off the beginning, it's won by Monas. Kutsia. Oh, Esterhazen could be causing some headaches for Waterkloof this afternoon. Kutsia, Wenting. Skeepers.
Get up, Blue, roll!
Skeepers' handoff.
Okay, you out. Leave it, Blue, now! White.
Kutsia. Contact taken by Franco Skutter. He was SA
White.
under 18 sevens last year and Craven Week.
Offside
Oof.
advantage 7.
Strong tackling from Uester.
7. 7 Blue, offside.
The penalty going against Jandre Uester, not behind the last man's feet. Waterkloof obviously trying to get extra line speed defensively. They tell me that Uester is also a first-team cricket player. Totally offside in the middle of your picture. It's good recycling efforts done by this Witbiller side, the Monas 15.
Back, open up.
So there's a short line out. Stefan Leroux, their 2 meter tall lock, is not in this line out. He used to be a wing. You can imagine why they might want him in the back line. Taken by Oberholzer. Brandon.
No.
Let's see a ferrets for it. Wentink. Van Wyk. He was also South African under 16 camp. Wentink. Oh, what a beautiful pass. 2 men needed on Esterhazen. Good take by Oberholzer, but nice hits on him.
7!
Oh, physical hit. Lindeke managed to hold on to the ankles. Oh, it's been turned over. Fladel. Rulofsa. So he's the surprise package. Oh! Will we see the ref reaching for a sock?
Okay, 13, I understand you. I understand, but you got to make sure. Okay, got to make sure if you're there.
Well, it's Kagiso in Yamande,
Tackling him.
the left winger for this Mona's side that gets tackled in there. It's a question of timing. Dangerous tackle. Sanction is a penalty. Clearly, he's lucky not to have earned himself a yellow. It's just a timing issue. Brendan Katze, who is the deputy head boy of Waterkloof High, almost could have earned himself a period in the sin bin.
You're not going to have a huddle every line out, so you get in and show your numbers.
Well taken by Skutter. Excellent throw to him.
Straight down.
Brandon. Skippers. Little stab through. Oh, how are the hands there from
Leave
Katska?
him.
Chipped over. Now the chase is on. It's won by Waterkloof. Pretorius stands guard. Rulofsa. Hatting. Oh, space for Kappen.
No, leave it wide.
Played prop in primary school and then moved to flank.
Use
Now
it.
returns to the front row.
Bonich over now, Blue. Wait.
Rulofsa, Pretorius, the captain, Boshoff. And now take it quickly. Rulofsa palms it out. Bochner. Oh, and he scores!
Well, Waterkloof make it count. First time in Mona's half. They come away with an outstanding try. Quick tap penalty. Good vision demonstrated for Rulofsa. But I can tell you one thing. Bochner had so much work to do. He backs himself. He's a big winger on the right wing. And the finish is picture perfect.
Bochner showing his physicality. He is an exceptional, almost once in a generation athlete. He went to the 2017 IAF champs, came fourth in the long jump and qualified for the final of the 110-meter hurdle. So it's going to be great to see how he goes against Ruben Barnard, who runs 110.4. Wild athletes in these seas. But now, important moment for Waterkloof. And Krobler doesn't find his mark.
There was a lot of work to do for Bochner. He backs himself. Look at the technique, Anton. The ball is in the correct arm. He power steps, uses that left shoulder, gains advantage, scores the try. What a finish by the young man.
Let's go, he's behind play, let's go. Take a step.
Wow, could see
Take
her
a step wide.
taking the drop kick duties. It's a short kick, well taken from the try scorer. Over the top, Lindeke. Oh, good hands, Hatting, the big prop, fires it out. Now it's on. Fledel. Fledel's still going. And in his attempt, he maintained it. Exceptional hands. This Waterkloof side is firing. Ian Trollope. Rulefsa, John Corey, mentioned him, the debutant. And there's a battle at the ground. Yeah.
On his feet, 9. Got it.
Zian Kutsia for the Monas side, the scrum half that pulls a rabbit out of the bag there for his side. Outstanding play from Waterkloof. And I can tell you one thing, it's a silenced Krugersdorp crowd here at this Monas field, because Waterkloof have come out guns blazing. But look at that outstanding work on that breakdown point by Kutsia in a position of strength, wins the penalty for his side.
Well observed, Vermit. It's quiet here. I think they're very shocked. Few would have anticipated this coming into the match. Through the hands. And did it go backwards? No.
Well, you wouldn't expect anything less in a Premier Interschools clash or derby of this caliber. Unfortunate handling error for the Waterkloof side, and they concede a turnover. But I can tell you one thing, as always, Premier Interschools, it honors tradition, heritage, and that is what it's about on the field for these 30 young men playing for old heroes.
Sit. Right. Got it. Went back with white.
Nutmegs through the back of his legs. Quickly upon it are the Waterkloof defenders. Jean-Andre Jooste, he's a very fast runner. I think we've seen that in the defense. And a result for Waterkloof. Wow, wow. A lot of shocked spectators, I'll tell you that much.
Lose it.
Well, it's an outstanding play from Waterkloof. They're in the face of this Monas side. And I always like to say it, you only play as well as your opposition allow you to play. And that's what Waterkloof are doing so well. They're being tenacious. They're being a problem at every ruck. Their first time tackling has been outstanding.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Waterkloof scrum stands. Victorious. Oh. Heartbreak for Waterkloof, but a get out of jail card for Monas.
Well, it has been a tactic. Their running lines, touch and go, but definitely the ball drifting forward. But their running lines, they've made 3 or 4 clean breaks. They're running at the space, not at the face. And the timing of the distribution of Ian Trollope has been outstanding.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. 9, white on.
Fed by Esterhazen to Wenting. Excuse me, Skierpers.
That's a tackle,
his
blue,
handle
white.
earlier, and he was certainly employing it there, but didn't make too much forward ground.
Taken back.
Now Ladeghan. And, oh, finds his mark. Just runs past Khatlani.
Well, it's quality real estate earned by Dean Ladeghan here in Krugersdorp. And it's Monas that will have to get their defensive line-out structure right. Waterkloof, on the other hand, need a banker ball.
Oh, interrupted again. Could be a headache. Real problem for Waterkloof. Need their set pieces to be firing.
Tackle blue!
Monas with advantage in a dangerous attacking position. Kutsia. Wenting.
Vonich over for
Good
the
hands. Van Wyk. Van Wyk spills it forward. Now that man, the try scorer, Wagner. I think that's
over
we'll see how it bounces, but not a bad decision. Nyamande. Yeah, that's earned Waterkloof a lot of territory.
Well, once again, it is a Waterkloof line-out, and they have had problems. Handling errors, Waterkloof 4, Monument 1. But the headache at the moment for this Waterkloof line-out is Franco Skitter. They're using him as a defensive pillar in the front. Take a look at this.
So it works out for Waterkloof. They've set up the rolling maul. Ronaldo Kuppen. Still going, still going.
No, through. That one's going sideways.
It's well drilled. Jan Molitzer, the coach, Waterkloof, I spoke to him before. He said he backed his team.
It's your own
Got a
player,
few
your
players
own
returning
player
from injury.
collapsed it. Leave it, White, leave it, let it come.
Now, Rulofse, Trollop. Katlani comes into the line. Lets it go. Katska.
Leave it, White, off your feet. You are over off your feet and then you scooped it. Off your feet, bud. Got to support your own weight.
Kagiso Yamande not supporting his own body weight and losing his footing at the breakdown point and conceding a costly penalty for his side. That is not supporting your own body weight. Even though he stood up afterwards, the offence was committed, and Waterkloof with the opportunity, Anton, to add an extra 3.
Sean Krobler to extend the lead. Dead through the center. Waterkloof 8-0 up.
Well, I can tell you an important stat. The last time that Waterkloof has beaten Monas was way back in 2012. They won 21-19. These two schools have met since 2005 9 times, and out of the 9, Monas have won 6.
Often been very closely contested encounters. Now that came forward.
Knock on.
Well, there's a stat that I was talking about, highlighted in blue. 21-19 was the last time that Waterkloof have beaten this Monas side. It was a close encounter back in 2012. So we're talking 6 years ago, Anton, and I can tell you, I'm going to repeat myself, this is a silenced Krugersdorp faithful.
Crouch.
So last year's match, there was thunder and rain
Okay, blue. Got to wait for the blind call.
to the extent
Gotta wait.
that the match had to be called off at a period. Monas was trailing. They returned to the field. You see the change there, Wentex coming off. Monas returned and Van der Walt comes on. And when Monas returned, they came back to win it. So
Blind.
high drama in these matches.
Sit. 9, 9, 9, 9, no, 9 step.
Kutsia,
Behind the ball, please.
Van der Walt. Finds Skeepers.
Okay, you're off, blue, out.
Oberholzer. Half gap. Van der Walt. Wentig's a good fly-off, so I'll be disappointed in his
That's a
loss,
tackle
but
now, blue.
Van der Walt, opportunity for him to show his abilities.
Bonnet, your
Latergan
side.
can also play a fly-half if needed.
7. 7
Sandra
blue.
Jooste using that pace again, a bit too over-exuberantly.
7 blue off.
It's the second penalty that Jandra Jooste has conceded due to the fact that he's not behind the last man's feet. But I can understand what Waterkloof are trying to do. They're trying to get extra line speed off their defensive line, get that line up, put
Just
extra
find the
pressure. But right there, you can see Jooste clearly not behind the last man's feet, jumping the gun, but they're in the face of Monument, which is...
Bonnet.
Oh, didn't work out for Monas.
He adapted, got it, lost it. Yeah, let's adapt. Knock on.
Unfortunately, for Monas, knock-on coming into play, turnover conceded, so it will be a restart from a fixed set piece, a scrum. And Waterkloof have held their own in this fixture thus far in this set piece.
Crouch.
Vim, as a man well versed in lineouts,
Bye.
how often did you say, do you see those quick ones to the front of the lineout working?
Sit.
Wait for the scrum. Oh, big push. Tight head. Picked
Leave
up
it, Blue,
by
leave
Esther
it.
Hazen. Could see it. Wriggles through, supported by some big young men.
Get out, Six. Get out. Here, you're pushing it against him.
Oberholzer, Van der Walt, Skeepers. Oh, they're 5 meters out.
Right.
And it may have been a turnover. Nah.
Lost that on the ground. Nine. You're not
That's a
going to
good
push the ball
turnover
against him
from that
inside,
scrum,
right?
winning the ball. And then a lovely carry, puts his head down, does those Skeepers. But luckily for Waterkloof, Brendan Katse slowing the ball down and causing a massive
Crouch.
problem at that ruck. I'll get back to your question off the scrum, Anton.
Boy! Sit!
Good scrum, Kutsia. Van Wyk.
Okay, you're off, Blue, out.
LaRue. He's a big man, LaRue. Big young man. Van der Walt. Brendan Pawson. Noted for his handling skills. Now Larchan lets it out, and that's going to be a try. Go Skeepers.
Well, this is a well-worked collective try from this Witbiller outfit. It all started up front, a quality power scrum, and then a good carry from their big lock forward, Stefan LaRue, the 2-meter 118 kilogram schoolboy. And then the way they evolved it wide, they let the ball do the work. Fix and pass, fix and pass. Skeepers gets the try. To get to your question, Anton, yes, those short lineouts and clever little balls to the front often work, but sides are so well coached now and so well drilled that a lot of the times they are prepared for those kind of lineout drills.
So this young man has come onto the field. It's a big kick. From a tricky position, Van der Walt. That's not going to go in its intended direction. Waterkloof maintain a 3-point lead.
Oh, it's good handling, lovely silky touches from the fullback Latachan to his
First kick, make sure they're behind.
inside centre, those Skeepers.
In the middle.
But it's a
In the
well-worked
middle. In the middle.
collective try that earns Skeepers the 5-pointer. That there's a stat that worries me. 28 tackles made by Waterkloof. Is it going to come back and haunt them? And it's well taken in the depth by the flanker, Oberholzer. He sets the target. Good clean from the Monas side, but it's stolen.
And that's going to be a try. Goodness me, Jandre Uester. He's been full of beans today, sometimes causing penalties, but now proving why he's such a valuable asset to his team.
The ball actually spilled out the side of the ruck.
Yep.
Probably off a boot from one of the Monas players. This picture will tell the story. No, it's actually stolen by Uester. Outstanding play on his feet, not offsides. What play from the young man.
What play and what a match we're seeing in Krugersdorp this afternoon. Iconic monument up there. Sean Krobler trying to better his 50% record. And the flags stay down. Still at 13-5.
Just taking a look at this picture again. Uester steals the ball. He might have been lucky because ruck was formed and was that hands in, but the try will count, and the score is 13 points to 5 as Waterkloof kick the ball into touch.
Just imagine the minds of these young men. Waterkloof must be full of confidence.
Open, blue.
People expected them. A lot of people were saying it could be a really tough day in the office for them.
Open.
You can imagine they're just thinking, just keep going, keep going. Mustn't fall into defending the lead. I don't think they will. Mornay Brandon to the back, pinpoint. Van der Walt, LaRue. I just thought we had a chance to see that winger in him. But an infringement brings us back for a Waterkloof scrum.
Now to think Stefan LaRue played wing until 2 years ago. Getting his hands through the tackle, unfortunately spilling it forward. And that is another turnover and handling error conceded by this Monarch side, which has actually put them under quite a bit of pressure. Often we've seen them in the danger areas, red areas, where they can convert pressure into points. They make a slight error and concede possession.
Bind. Sit. Steady, White.
Strong scrum from Waterkloof. Held up at least against a strong Monarch. It's gone awry, but cleaned up by Katska. Trollop taken down. Devon Rulofsa. Bad kick. Laudachan, despite a little juggle, feels it. Gets it inside now. Barnard.
Out.
Kutsia. Free. Van der Walt, good hands from him, and oh! Captain just coming behind him.
11. Offside 11.
Well, that's the third penalty that Waterkloof have conceded for the defensive line not being behind the last man's feet, and I can fully understand why that is happening due to the fact that they're putting extra pressure defensively on this Monarch side. They're not allowing space, but right on the outside can clearly see Katlanye not behind the last man's feet, and therefore a penalty.
Line out, taken expertly by Skutter. So I can imagine Waterkloof just playing with a lot of heart. We've seen the tackle stats. Maybe that's also coming into play. The defensive line is Mornay Brandon now goes on a run. Oh, brave tackle by Ian Trollop.
Got you out now to leave it.
And now another run, darting. Where's that player? Esterhazen. Just was impeded letting it go in the offload. Van der Walt.
Offside.
LaRue, let's see the big man run. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Stefan LaRue brings Monas back into this match.
Well, once again, it's a good build-up from Monas. Their ball retention, but what a running line from the big lock forward. 2 meters 118 kilograms.
had a couple matches in the past few years between these two sides that have been 1 point, 2 point deficits. And it looks like we're en route to see it again. Ian van der Walt finds his mark. 1 point in it.
Well, LaRue's running line, he runs at the space, he burns the big tight head prop of Waterkloof on the outside, John Corey. And he gets his side straight back into this fixture.
Well taken, and pass a bit too much of a bullet for Morne Brandon. Van der Walt. Van Wyk. Lodegan back inside. Silky. Barnard. Barnard's the youngest player in the side. 16. LaRue. To come out Waterkloof side. What a match we are seeing.
Now leave
3
it
minutes before half time. And a scrum for Waterkloof in a good attacking position.
Well, 3 minutes left in this first half
Remember, you've only
of this Premier Interschools
So if you cleaned out,
derby. I can tell you one thing, this is an important scrum from both sides, but it's another turnover conceded in the contact from this
Guys, listen up.
Vitbilla Mona
Just keep working on
side.
the space, please. Okay. Here to
One aspect of the game that has let them down in the first half.
go. Crouch. Bind.
So
Sit.
a big 2 minutes ahead. Look at that.
Stay bound, 20.
Turnovers conceded now. Waterkloof looking to go into it with a bigger lead into this second half. And Divan Rulipsa just
Okay,
came
captain.
undone.
Captain. Option scrum
Nice
line
to see the youngster smiling.
Scrum. Lost it.
It's just a game of rugby, young man.
Well, that's what rugby's about. It's about smiles. 35 minutes each half of joy and an explosion of energy. And I can tell you one thing, these young kids, that's exactly what they have. Unfortunately, it looked like the left hand of Izan Esterhuizen coming into play, knocking that ball into touch. So
Crouch.
Monas with the choice, line out or scrum. They've opted for the scrum. They have been very strong up
Fine.
front.
Yeah, quite a big size differential between Esterhuizen
Sit.
and Rulipsa. So now Van der Walt finds Van Wyk. They're going to run it over the top. Nyamande. Nyamande puts a hand off. He's taken down by Khatlanye. Kutsia now decides to kick. Love it when teams decide to run. Bochner. Oh, wing on wing. Keeps it. Oh, I was going to say, I thought he kept it in. Look at the young lady in the back, cheering on her school.
Well, it's well taken by Bochner, but a good defensive effort. Aggressive tackle from the right winger, Inyamande.
And taken by Oberholzer.
No, no, 4 out. 4.
On for his out play and his loose play. Now that rolling maul.
Out, 8 out. You can't bind in front of him.
Even Westrod. He's got it. Tell me he smashes guys in the tackles. Van der Walt. Oh, can you believe it? The lock's through. Good ankle tap on him. He feeds it back and comes off a Waterkloof boot. Can he field it? Yes, he can. Well, Waterkloof are managing to hold on to it. Fired out. Lindeke. He needs support players to arrive. Divan Rulofsa gives it to the big men. How quick was that defense? Pretorius. Katska. Out to that try scorer, Jandre Juster. Look at his pace. Just couldn't keep it in. before that pass, he did exceptionally well. This man has got wheels on him.
Well, it's good play from Jooste. Almost getting that outside break and skinning his opposition on that far touchline, but it's been a good, entertaining Premier Interschools derby first half. And I can tell you one thing, it's 2 tries apiece. Waterkloof lead Monas up here in Klerksdorp, 13 points to 12.